Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Hey You Up podcast. My name is Chris.
Perfect.
Love it.
Nailed it. We are here for a little bit of trivia action, and we're going to start off by meeting our two contestants tonight. First up, Huntsville, Alabama. Mike Mott, my friend. How you doing? What are you drinking?
Chris, I'm actually doing really good. We had a couple of big steps forward at work today with some of the things we've been working on. So that felt really good. And then I got to come home, hang out with my kids and wife. Now I'm getting to record with you lovely folks. So all in all, been a great day. And I also get to finish it off with this lovely, tasty beverage that I see before me. It is called Mallow Vibes, which I guess is kind of what I'm feeling right now. It's from the Braided River Brewing Company, which is out of Mobile, Alabama, the other end of the state from me.
Something.
It is a India Pale Ale, double India Pale Ale, with lotus hops and a touch of vanilla. Pop this open. Ooh, that's lovely. Oh, that's very good. I'm going to enjoy that. It's got a little bit of an orangey flavor, and you got that little hint of vanilla right there at the end. That's nice.
Oh, yum. That sounds good.
You would like this, especially now that you're an IPA guy.
That is true. All right, we're going to head up to Chicagoland area. Brittany Shaw, my friend. I know you got a busy week, but how you doing? What are you drinking?
Well, I actually didn't have a super busy week. I had a cold, but thankfully that has mostly cleared up. So while I'm mostly going to be drinking Gatorade due to the fact that it's hot as balls outside for this area, I am going to keep my vitamin C levels up with some Sunny D vodka seltzer in the original tasty orange flavor. So that'll be my alcoholic beverage for the evening.
Doctors don't recommend drinking while sick, but Brittany, a commitment to the bit. I appreciate that.
You know what? There is alcohol in NyQuil, so if we pretend hard enough,
I'll take that. I'll take that.
and
I would have thought doctors agree that's bullshit, but okay.
They don't put nutrition labels on alcohol cans, so I don't actually know if there's vitamin C in there. I don't know why they don't give you your percent daily intake on alcohol.
Oh, mine is yes. My percent daily intake is yes.
Mm-hmm.
The weird thing is, I don't drink much. I drink when I record now. It's like the only time I really drink anymore. So, but I guess it's my turn. So I don't know how to open this bottle. I'm going to give it a shot. I don't know how to open this bottle.
Do the thing, and you bring the thing out, and then you pop.
I'm trying, but it's taped down.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there's no fun sound there. So we were recording a bracket for Boozy Bracketology, our sister podcast. It's actually airing right now. Short turnaround time on it, but the best free bread bracket.
Mm-hmm.
And we spent so much time talking about it. I'm like, you know what? I have to give Cracker Barrel biscuits another chance. So we went to Cracker Barrel. And one does not simply go to Cracker Barrel. When you go to Cracker Barrel, you walk through the store, and my daughter was with me and is obsessed with the Cracker Barrel store. Every weekend, it's Paige, what do you want to do for breakfast? Cracker Barrel?
No.
And if we go somewhere other than Cracker Barrel, she cries for like 10 minutes as we drive there. So we went to Cracker Barrel, and they have a craft soda section. I'm like, let's just see what they have there. And they had Stewart's, which I remember going to the little store in Stratford, Connecticut, this little corner store we'd walk up to. I get myself a Stewart's orange cream soda, and it was wonderful. This was next to the Stewart's, and I'm just now starting to get into root beer, but this is called the Collector's Edition. So I'm like, oh, I got to buy that. This is the Sprecher Maple Root Beer. It's a craft soda with maple syrup and cane sugar. So I'm going to do this two ways. One, I'm going to pour myself a glass here.
Okay.
And this is straight right here. I've never had this before. Let's take a taste. Oh, I'm going to need more of that. That's really good. And then I've been told a good mixer for it is bourbon. And I didn't have any in the house, so I had to go out and buy some.
Oh, no.
That was a lie. This here is a 4-grain bourbon. This is from Bluebird Distillery up in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. It's a good mixing bourbon, I have come to find out. So I'm going to mix a little bit in here. And they don't have a straw, so finger will have to do to mix it up. This is going to be really strong up front, but cheers, y'all. Oh, that just mixes really well. That is dangerous. Oh, Lord. Okay. So we have a hot seat head-to-head matchup. It's Brittany versus Mike. Let's see how this goes. We're going to start with our pregame. Now, Brittany, you are technically as a visitor here. Do you want odds or evens in your pregame?
I will take evens because I never want you to tell me the odds.
Oh, calm down there, Han Solo. Mike, that means you are going to be going first. Your pregame category is the MCU,
Ooh.
a topic that I know you're both big fans of. Although, Brittany, you're playing catch-up. What did you just finally get to see?
Captain America: Brave New World.
Captain America: Brave New World. That's right. How was it?
I very much enjoyed it. I get that it's kind of like classic. It felt definitely more like a Captain America film, which, as much as I love Civil War, did not feel very Captain America like. It was more Avengers-esque.
Mm-hmm.
So I really did enjoy the return to just a sort of focus on Captain America. I was watching a review of it after I watched it, and one of the things they said is they wish they hadn't have given away the big twist in the trailer.
Yeah, would have been nice.
Because it would have been more of a build up. I mean, I get that they had to in order to get people to come see it, but I still enjoyed it. I liked Anthony Mackie's performance. I thought he did a great job. I thought there was like a fresh air to it where it was like, you know, you got this, like, I was gonna say this new young Captain America. And I mean, like, technically, yeah, because he's not 110 years old. Like, he's just like this. He's not super young, but he's much younger. And like with Joaquin Torres, you really get that more youthful vibe to it. Like, hey, we're at the White House. This is super cool. Let's take a selfie in the White House. Versus like Steve would be like, "What's a selfie?
Right.
What's a camera?" I mean, he knew what a camera was, but like,
Yep.
so I enjoyed a lot of the stuff on that. I did enjoy a lot of the stuff they brought in from the Hulk movies and just kind of bringing that back in. And Liv Tyler, always great to see on screen. So
I will agree with that. I will say for fans of the Marvel comics, that wasn't the spoiler. Like, you figured that was what was going to happen. Now, not necessarily the way it happened, but Thunderbolt Ross is Red Hulk.
yeah,
True,
So-
but still.
Well, you're both fans of the MCU. I am going to list 2 different MCU movies. All you have to do is tell me which one has a higher Rotten Tomatoes score.
oh great.
Okay.
All right, Mike, you're going to go first. You're the odds. Your 2 movies are Avengers: Age of Ultron or Ant-Man.
Ooh. They both did pretty well with the critics. They're not like top tier, but I think they both did pretty well. I'm going to say I feel like Avengers: Age of Ultron was like the least high rated of the Avengers movies among the critics. I feel like I'm giving stuff away for the future, so I should really shut up. You know what? I'm not going to share any more logic. I'm just going to say Ant-Man got a little bit higher.
Avengers: Age of Ultron checked in at 76%. Ant-Man was 83. Ant-Man is a correct answer. Mike's got the point. Brittany, your movies are Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 or Avengers: Infinity War.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say Infinity War, strictly on vibes.
Guardians Volume 3, 82%. Infinity War, 85. Infinity War is a correct answer. Although Rocket Tief's Floor Leave Now still will make me cry.
Oh man, why'd you gotta bring that up?
God. I can't help it. She just said that I wrote the question. She said Guardians 3. I'm like, oh, that's where my mind went to.
Yep. Oh no, I get you.
I should not cry about a raccoon. I'm sorry. All right.
Yes, you should. That's the point.
Mike, we're heading over to you. Which one had the higher Rotten Tomatoes score? Is it the Eternals or the Marvels?
Ooh. Now you're going on the lower end. Neither one of these did very well. I feel like I feel like I'm going to say the Marvels did slightly better.
The Eternals checked in at 47%. The Marvels was certified fresh at 62%.
Oh, okay.
Which, by the way, the Marvels, I like that movie a lot.
I enjoyed it.
I think the 3 of us did the whole thing where we talked about it.
We absolutely did. Yes.
Patreon bonus episode, but yeah.
Yep.
It's a fun movie. All right, Brittany, we're heading back over to you. Oh, this isn't fair. Brittany, you're going to get the Thunderbolts or Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Okay. I know Thunderbolts did really well with its first weekend. I've heard good things about it. Obviously I haven't seen it yet, but people freaking loved The Winter Soldier, so I'm going to say The Winter Soldier.
Now, Thunderbolts checks in at 88%. The Winter Soldier at 90%.
Cool.
Brittany's picking up the point. Mike, we're going back to some OGs here. Is it the Incredible Hulk or Thor?
Ooh. Well, I don't know. I'm just gonna say Thor because it was a slightly different flavor of. Granted, it was still early, but it was a slightly different flavor from what had come before.
Now, the Incredible Hulk checked in at 68%. Thor is at 77. You're going to pick up the points there. Brittany, we're heading back to you. Question number 6. Is it Marvel's Avengers or Avengers Endgame?
Oh, okay. So while I think Endgame is probably the better movie to me, I think the critics would have given it to Marvel's Avengers because it had to be strong enough to kick off the franchise. So I'm going to say Marvel's Avengers.
Marvel's Avengers checks in at 91%. Endgame 94,
okay.
sorry.
Oh, wow.
94. Endgame is the correct answer. Brittany does not get the points there.
Fair enough.
Mike.
Wow, they gave Endgame higher than Infinity War.
Mike, your movies are going to be, is it Doctor Strange or Spider-Man Far From Home?
Ooh, good one. Let's see. I am going to say Doctor Strange because, again, it brought kind of a new element into the universe.
Doctor Strange checks in at 89%. Spider-Man Far From Home at 91.
Wow.
Damn, wow.
The forgettable Spider-Man movie was higher than Doctor Strange. Although, to me, Doctor Strange is entirely forgettable, minus Mordo. And Steve
the Dormammu fight at the end is very memorable.
Dormammu, yeah.
But that is fair.
All right, Brittany, question number 8. Is it going to be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 or Iron Man 3?
Oh.
What was that for?
Oh, I was just thinking not what I thought you were going to say with Iron Man 3. I was like, oh, Iron Man 2, I'll know this. And I'm like, oh, hold on. That was just I personally liked Iron Man 3. I know a lot of people weren't necessarily fans of it. It is a Christmas movie, for those wondering. Volume 2 brings in Zardu Hasselfrau, and that's pretty great. I'm going to say Guardians Volume 2 because I should stop trying to figure this out and just go off vibes.
Guardians Volume 2 checks in 85%. Iron Man 3 at 77. Brittany picked up the point there. Mike, last question for you. Is it Black Widow or Shang-Chi?
Ooh, the first two post-COVID and post-Endgame MCU movies. Let's see. Once again, I think they would feel like I really enjoyed Black Widow. I thought it was good, but I think that some critics would be like, why are we revisiting a character that's already had this full arc and everything like that? I think Shang-Chi again kind of brought a different flavor to the MCU. Not to mention some of the fight scene choreography in that freaking movie was awesome. So I'm going to say Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi is one of my favorite movies of the last couple of phases from Marvel. I think that movie is amazing. Critics agreed 92% versus 79% for Black Widow. And Black Widow is utterly forgettable, minus Yelena and Red Guardian, who got brought back. So
true. That's fair. That is fair.
Brittany, we're going to end it with you. Your two movies are Black Panther or Iron Man.
Okay.
Bringing the
first off, because the listeners can't see me, I'm actually wearing a Shang-Chi t-shirt right now, so it glows in the dark, which is fun. But Iron Man versus Black Panther. I don't know if I'm going to be right on this or not, but I'm going to pick which one I enjoy more, and that is Black Panther.
Black Panther checks in at 96%, Iron Man at 94%.
Yep.
Okay.
Brittany gets the point.
I think Black Panther is still the highest critics rated MCU movie, but I could be wrong.
It's such a good movie.
Oh, it's wonderful. Absolutely. I'm not saying the critics are wrong. I'm just saying I think that's still the case.
All right, Brittany, what does that do to our scores coming out of our pregame?
We could have just not played this round, and Mike and I still would be starting on the same footing. We each got 4 out of 5.
All right, so it's 4-4. That means, Brittany, you get to choose. Do you want first or second in hot seat round 1?
I'll go second.
All right, Mike, you are going to kick us off here. I have got 15 minutes on the clock, a nonstop barrage of trivia questions and answers, and your time will begin after I read your first question. Mike, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go. Mike, Mia Farrow was once married to what iconic musician and actor?
When I think of Mia Farrow being married to somebody, It's not a musician. Geez, I don't actually know. Musician and actor. Interesting. God, I have no idea. Mick Jagger. I have no idea.
No, that'd be Frank Sinatra.
No shit. I did not know that. Significant
Brittany,
age difference there.
heading over to you here. What actor and husband to Lucille Ball portrayed her husband Ricky Ricardo on I Love Lucy?
Is his name Desi Arnaz?
Desi Arnaz is correct. Mike, which Scandinavian country officially remained neutral during both World War I and World War II?
No. Let's see. Hey, I got a 1 in 4 shot here. I'm going to say Sweden.
Sweden is correct. Brittany, what band is co-headlined by rock stars Bill and Ted in the Bill and Ted universe?
Wild Stallions.
I need you to spell it as well.
WYLD Stallions.
There you go. That's correct. Mike, heading over to you. What horror franchise features Art the Clown?
Art the Clown?
Art the Clown.
Horror franchise features Art the Clown. Well, when I think of clowns and horror franchises, Art is not the name of the clown. So I'm going to guess this is not it. I'm going to guess maybe this is that strange thing that he wears that it's in Saw. So I'm going to say Saw.
Oh, no, it is not Saw. I forget what the thing's name is in Saw. This would be the movie that the trilogy that's taken the world by storm recently. This is the Terrifier series of films.
Oh, I've heard of that, but I know literally nothing about it.
All right, Brittany, what metal has the chemical symbol similar to peanut butter of PB?
Lead.
Lead is a correct answer. Mike, what is the real name of the founder of Buddhism, commonly known as Buddha?
Siddhartha Gautama?
Siddhartha Gautama is a correct answer.
Well done.
Brittany, what late American singer wrote the Bangles song Manic Monday and the Sinead O'Connor song Nothing Compares to You?
Prince.
Prince is a correct
Okay.
answer.
I
Nice
know
job.
he wrote a bunch of stuff.
Mike, both Robert
It's that
De Niro.
number 2 that gives it away, and nothing compares to you. Anyway, sorry.
Mike, both Robert De Niro and Marlon Brando won Academy Awards for portraying what fictional character?
Don Vito Corleone.
Don Vito Corleone is correct. Brittany, which gas is responsible for the green color of plants?
Chlorine.
Chlorophyll.
The gas. Well, I mean, chlorophyll is the, but
Yeah,
you said
you're
which
right.
gas, so.
You're right. Just say what gas. You're getting the points. Correct.
I mean, I know chlorophyll is what makes plants green, but it's not really a gas. It's just
I was confused.
that they're
I was confused too.
chloroplasts.
Yeah.
Mike, what is the hardest natural substance on Earth?
Diamond?
They are forever. Diamond is correct. Brittany, what actor who appeared in multiple MCU projects was the lead in the 2003 German film Goodbye Lenin?
What's his face? Guy with stuff. He's got the Paul Bettany.
Unfortunately not. I said German in there. That'd be Daniel Bruhl.
Well, yeah, you said German. That didn't mean he was a German playing him.
That's true. But it was Daniel Bruhl's what we're looking for there. Mike,
I don't know who
the
that is.
1973 peace treaty between Egypt and Israel ended which war?
6 Days War?
No, it'd be the Yom Kippur War.
Oh, okay.
Brittany, within one either way, the Canadian national flag features a stylized maple leaf that has how many points?
5?
No, it has 11. I think it's 3 on each leaf and 2 at the stem.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
All right, Mike, who did Prince duet with on his 1987 song You Got the Look?
Oh, Roxette.
I have Sheena Easton.
Oh, I'm thinking She's Got the Look, not You've Got the Look. You're right.
Brittany,
Mhm.
Allie Landry won Miss USA in 1986, but gained the most fame from a Super Bowl commercial for what snack chip, where she was nicknamed the, quote, the insert chip name girl.
Doritos?
She was the Doritos girl. Nicely done.
Oh, I remember that commercial.
I don't know what that commercial is.
Mike, the 1954 film On the Waterfront netted what actor an award for Best Actor?
Marlon Brando?
2 Marlon Brando questions in one game. How about that? Brittany, Mad About the Boy is the title of the 3rd book in what series that was turned into a series of movies?
Is it that to all the boys I've loved before?
Oh, no, unfortunately not. That would be Bridget Jones.
Oh, okay.
Mike, which TV show's 522 episodes were aired on FXX on August 21st, 2014, and played for 12 straight days for your binge-watching pleasure?
I believe that was The Simpsons.
That was The Simpsons. Brittany, at In-N-Out Burger, fries that are topped with cheese spread and grilled onions are referred to as what?
Animal style.
Animal style is a correct answer.
Whoop, whoop,
Animal
whoop,
style. In and
whoop.
out.
What
In and
animal
out.
style?
Animal style. In and out. In and out.
Mike, King Louis XVI was married to whom?
Marie Antoinette.
Marie Antoinette is correct. Brittany,
Mm-hmm.
what humorous sounding name is the name of a recessed barrier? It is also called a sunken fence or a ditch and fence.
Say that again. Sorry.
What humorous sounding name is the name of a recessed barrier and is also called either a sunken fence or a ditch and fence?
I don't know. A levee?
No, it'd be called a ha-ha.
Okay.
Mike, what model and guest star in the hit TV show Friends said this in an advertising campaign? Quote, "You want to know what comes between me and my Calvins? Nothing."
When I think of supermodel and Friends, I think of Jill Goodacre.
None. Good guess. Not correct. That would be Brooke Shields.
Oh, that's right. She was on Friends.
Yep. Brittany, how many soccer players are on the pitch at the start of each match per team?
Got the goalie. Usually 2 defenders, 2 forwards, maybe 3 midfield. 8?
Oh, unfortunately not. It's 11. These go to 11.
Oh, okay. Hi, Penny.
I'm just pausing the timer here so Mike can say goodbye to his good night to his kid. Hi. She can't hear us.
No, but she can see us, so we can wave.
Oh, she's gonna be able to hear us soon. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi.
Mike, you're muted if you want her to say hi.
We can't hear her.
You're muted. Oh, right.
I put you on mute. I didn't even realize I put you on mute.
Say hi. Hi, Penny.
Hi, Penny. Bye, Penny. Hi, Nikki.
Thanks for visiting.
Hey, Nikki.
Yeah, time for bed.
Who also can't hear us.
No, it's true.
I forgot I hit mute. She was talking. She was trying to say hi, and I had her on mute.
It's all
You're
good.
saying hi to her, so that's going to be an interesting audio bit.
That's fine. Her cameos are starting to be like
They're regular occurrences, and I love it.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to start the timer again, Mike. Mike, Roger Clemens set the record for most strikeouts in a 9-inning Major League Baseball game in 1986. Chicago Cubs rookie Kerry Wood would tie him in 1998. How many strikeouts did they get?
20.
20 is a correct answer. Brittany, we're heading over to you. Which Disney princess has a Scottish accent?
Merida.
Merida is a correct answer. Mike, what actor played the physical body of Darth Vader in the movie Star Wars?
David Prowse.
David Prowse is correct. Brittany, within 3 years, either way, name the year that Michael Jackson's video for Thriller got its first airing.
1987?
No, it's 1983.
Ugh.
Mike, name the popular carnival game in which you hit a mechanical critter on the head with a padded mallet.
Whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole is correct. Brittany, how much money did Microsoft spend when it bought Minecraft? Was it $1.5 billion, $2.5 billion, or $3.5 billion?
I think $3.5 billion.
Oh, no, it's $2.5 billion. They cheaped out on it. Only $2.5 billion. Mike, kids today will never understand this telephone feature if you explained it to them. But to many, it was a big deal. What phone feature it introduced in the 1970s allowed you to accept a second incoming call by placing the first caller on hold?
Call waiting.
Call waiting is a correct answer. For our younger listeners out there, that's real. Google it.
And it also would boot you off your modem if you were connected to the internet over your phone.
My God, we had to call the phone company and cancel. We had to cancel call waiting because they kept doing that when we had AOL. Brittany, a capybara, the largest species of rodent, are native to which continent?
South America.
South America is correct. Mike, in 1951 it was introduced, but name one of the 2 car companies who introduced power steering.
Ooh.
I should mention they're both American companies.
Oh, I mean, I would have probably guessed. Chevrolet.
Oh no, it'd be Buick or Chrysler.
Ah, okay. Oh, it was getting more specific. Okay.
All right, Brittany. Sharing a name with a Major League Baseball ballpark, what is the last name of the family who was in the television series Seventh Heaven?
Oh, I actually just watched a true crime special on the dad. Camden.
Camden is a correct answer. Mike, within two either way, how many Billboard #1 hits did Elvis have?
Ooh. I'm gonna say 42. Why not?
No, 18.
Oh, okay. It's way off.
Brittany, famous for his large frescoes, Diego Rivera's paintings help establish the mural movement. In what country was he born and do most of his work?
Mexico.
Mexico is a correct answer. Mike, if you fell down an airless, frictionless hole going all the way through the earth, how long would it take you to fall to the other side to the nearest minute?
Oh,
And I'll give you a 5-minute gap either way.
for fuck's sake. Let's see. You fell down. You're accelerating at 9.8. I don't know. There's no friggin' way I'm going to be able to calculate this. I will say airless, frictionless. Let's say you fell down 9.8 meters per second. You're gonna hit terminal velocity pretty quick. It doesn't say you have to be alive when you get to the other side. What did you say? Within a minute either way?
I'll give you within 5 minutes either way.
Within 5 minutes either way. Okay. I will say 42 again.
Oh, not a bad guess. 63 minutes.
Okay.
Oh.
Brittany, the fans of which singer were left, quote, so emotional following her untimely death in Beverly Hills in 2012?
Amy Winehouse.
Oh, no, that'd be Whitney Houston.
Oh,
All right.
Too late or too early for okay.
Mike, what former Arizona State Sun Devil and Baltimore Raven first-round pick set an NCAA record with 24 sacks in a single season in 2002?
Shit. It's not Ray Lewis, but I can't get Ray Lewis out of my head.
Is that your guess?
Yeah, I'm gonna Ray Lewis.
No, Terrell Suggs.
Terrell Suggs. Yeah, that's yep.
Brittany, though it's known worldwide, expert Trinidadians can perform their native dance only inches from the ground. What is that dance called?
Only inches from the ground?
Mm-hmm.
But I have no idea what that's called. Merengue.
No, it's the limbo.
Oh, okay. I was picturing like them being off the ground, like somehow levitating. And I was like, I don't know how to levitate and dance at the same time.
I could tell that's where your brain was going. It's like, yeah, I get it.
All right, Mike, we're heading over to you. Pencil lead is not lead at all, but a mineral named graphite, which is considered one of the most stable forms of what element?
Carbon?
Carbon is correct. Brittany, the name of which martial art translates to empty hand in Japanese?
Karate.
Karate is a correct answer. Mike, which animated television show created 3 special episodes that parodied the original Star Wars trilogy?
Family Guy.
He's a Family Guy. That's a correct answer. Brittany, that is your time up. Mike, you started the round, so Brittany, this will be your last question of the hot seat round. According to the Constitution of the United States, the U.S. Vice President also serves in what capacity?
Tiebreaker in the Senate.
I'll give that to you. President of the Senate. I'll give that to you.
Gets it.
So you're going to get the points. And that's the end of Hot Seat Round 1. Brittany, what are our scores coming out of Hot Seat Round 1?
Well, Mike picked up 13, so he's going to have 17 out of that round. And I picked up 13, so I will be coming out of that round with 17.
I got to be honest. I thought you did way better than me in that round.
Jeez.
That's funny, though.
Well, that means we're going to have some separation here. So let's head over to our halftime question.
Which isn't bothering me. No, I'm just kidding.
Your halftime question is going to be in the category of television.
Oh, yay.
There are 4 answers. You are going to you're going to put things in order, but I'm going to give you the years so you have them. So if you have a pen and paper, I'd recommend using them.
I don't have one.
Brittany Shaw. How dare you? How dare you? All right. Over the years, the television show The Price is Right has provided daily entertainment. Wow. Edit point, Chris. Take that, rewind it back. Over the years, the television show The Price is Right has provided daily entertainment to kids both genuinely sick and those faking it to get out of taking a test. I want you to put these announcers in order from their first to their last run announcing contestants on The Price is Right. I'm going to give you the years they were active as well. So I'm going to give you the years of the four people. You just have to match the years to the person. Your years active are going to be 72 to 85, 86 to 2003, 2004 till 2010, and 2011 to current day. Your announcers are, in alphabetical order by first name, George Gray, Johnny Olson, Rich Fields, and Rod Roddy. Again, that's George Gray, Johnny Olson, Rich Fields, and Rod Roddy. These are worth 5 points for each correct answer. Lock in your answers when you're ready.
So you can cut this if you want, but no, you know what? I'm not even going to say that yet because it could give something away.
I'm gonna lock in.
You know what? I think I'm going to lock in too.
Well, hey Mike, how much The Price is Right have you seen?
A lot in my childhood and not much since.
So, in my house, if I was sick enough to stay home from school, that meant all I could do was lay in my bed or read all day. So I have really not actually ever seen The Price is Right, except for maybe a couple episodes.
Oh, wow.
So that time-honored tradition of faking sick, so people talk about like, oh, Bob Barker kept me company as a child, and I'm like, Bob Barker existed for sure. I
Poor Brittany's sitting here going like, the guy from Happy Gilmore?
No, I was gonna say the guy from How I Met Your Mother, who was Barney's dad.
Barney's dad.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
But I haven't seen Happy Gilmore, so don't.
You know what's particularly weird though to me is I don't remember being sick from school as much as I remember watching The Price is Right, if that makes sense.
It's because you faked being sick to stay home and watch.
I was the kid who faked not being sick so I could go to school because I was really proud of my perfect attendance record. So
I never had a perfect attendance record, but that was still also me.
I did until I joined Quiz Bowl, and then I'd have in marching band, and sometimes we'd have to miss a day of school for an out-of-state trip. So they were excused absences, but they still wouldn't let me have my perfect attendance.
Aw.
That's bullshit.
That's some bullshitty bullshit right there. Fun fact, Paige just came home with a perfect attendance certificate from preschool.
Oh, nice.
She missed the last 4 days.
Oh. Well, by the way, congrats on both of your kids graduating from preschool. It was very cute.
It's very, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're going to have little kindergartners next year.
Oh, no.
Oh, Lord. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's get through this. Put those, the announcers from The Price is Right in order. Let's start with 1972 to 1985. Brittany, who did you have?
I put Rich Fields because that sounded like a good 70s announcer name.
Mike, who did you have?
Funny, I put Johnny Olson because that sounded like a good 70s announcer name.
1972 to 1985, the relaunch of The Price is Right with Bob Barker as host, I believe, was Johnny Olson.
Oh,
Mike, you get the points. It's 5 points for Mike. From 1986 until 2003, Mike, who did you have?
Well, this is the only one I absolutely knew because it's the one that I grew up on. And you can absolutely edit this if it's too tasteless for this podcast, although it's really hard to imagine that that's a thing anymore. But the humor magazine that I worked for when I was at Vanderbilt was active when Rod Roddy died. And the headline was, Satan to Rod Roddy, come on down. But Rod Roddy was absolutely the announcer during this time period.
Brittany, what'd you have?
I put Rod Roddy because it sounded like a good 80s announcer name.
Rod Roddy is the correct answer. All right. 2004 to 2010. Brittany, who'd you have?
I put George Gray.
Mike.
I put Rich Fields.
2004 to 2010 was Rich Fields. That means 2011 to present is George Gray. Mike just swept the halftime round.
I did.
That was
Brittany,
literally.
Any, did you?
She got Rod Roddy.
I got one. I got Rod Roddy.
You get Rod Roddy. So Mike, you're going to pick up 20. Brittany's going to pick up 5. Brittany, what's that do to our scores?
That gives Mike Mott a very impressive 37 points going into the second half.
In a row.
Second round Potsy questions. And it means I've got some work to do starting at 22.
That was
trailing
very much blind squirrel in the acorn.
Okay,
Theory.
here's the thing. I thought Johnny Olson was the announcer now. I thought his name was Johnny because I'm like, they're always like, tell him what he won, Johnny. And I'm like, cool. So are they just referencing the original run? Or
Probably.
okay, cool.
I don't know.
I know Drew Carey's the host.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now.
He's actually really good as the host, too.
Yeah.
He's a good host.
And I genuinely hope he shows up in Happy Gilmore too.
Well, Brittany, you are, oh God, that'd be hilarious. Oh my God.
Yep. Right?
They have the perfect wait, they're making a second Happy Gilmore?
Yeah,
Oh, I think it's
Do I
done.
need to watch the first one for the second one to make sense?
yes.
Probably.
Yeah, you need to see the first one.
Okay. The Sandler.
That came off really condescending. I didn't intend it that way, but
Okay.
yes, you need to watch the first one. All right, Brittany, you're currently trailing by 15 points. You want first or second in hot seat round 2?
I would like both first and second, and Mike not to get any questions.
Okay, but in the realms of the rule of the game.
I would like Mike to choose. I'll defer my decision to Mike. I've made all the choices so far.
Mike?
Okay, well, I will make a choice, but first I will pop another beer. This is from the Chandeleur Island Brewing Company, which is out of Gulfport, Mississippi.
Not an island.
Nope, not at all. One of my favorite and most Mississippi things about this is that they misspelled juiciness on the label, which is kind of cool. But that notwithstanding, Chandeleur Island Brewing Company is actually a very good brewing company. I've had several of their beers before, and this is their Total Clarity Hazy India Pale Ale. It's got a trippy little label on it. And as you all know, I love me some cool beer labels. Cheers. I will mix it up, actually. Let's see. I went first last time, so I'll go second this time.
All right, Brittany, you're going to go first this time. Let me get 15 minutes put on the clock. Your time is going to begin after I read your first question. Here we go. Brittany, what is the name of the main antagonist in the Shakespearean play Othello?
Iago.
Iago is a correct answer. That damn parrot. Mike, moving over to you. Ex-con Marshall Ratliff robbed a bank in Cisco, Texas in 1927, dressed as who?
1927. When I hear the year 1927, I think of Babe Ruth, so I'm going to say Babe Ruth.
It was not. He was dressed as Santa Claus.
Oh, fuck's sake. That makes sense. Okay.
Made the getaway a little harder. Brittany, how many stars make up the constellation known as the Big Dipper?
Oh, 7?
7 is a correct answer.
Nice job.
Mike, which Canadian sprinter was stripped of his gold medal at the 100 meters at the Summer Olympics in Seoul after he failed the drug test?
Seoul was what year? I don't follow Olympic stuff very closely. Unfortunately, I don't think he was Canadian, but Oscar Pistorius.
No, I think he's South African. It would be Ben Johnson. Brittany, which Street Fighter character wears a white outfit with a red headband?
What's his name? I can picture him in my head. Not coming up with it. Scorpion.
No, that's Mortal Kombat. This would be Ryu.
Right. Yeah.
Mike, which R&B artist was asked to create the now iconic theme song for the film Ghostbusters?
Ray Parker Jr.
Ray Parker Jr. is correct. Brittany, in what decade did Constantinople become Istanbul?
Not Istanbul. Been a long time gone. 1930s?
It was 1930 on the nose. That's correct.
Nice.
Mike, the rock band Def Leppard formed in which British city in 1977?
Gosh. I mean, I could have told you they were British beyond that. Yeah. I really don't know. London.
No, they'd be in Sheffield.
Sheffield. I had an S in my head, but I couldn't pull it. Dang it.
All right, Brittany, we're heading over to you next. Who played the role of Giselle in the Disney film Enchanted?
Amy Adams.
Amy Adams is correct. Mike, in what country did rock band AC/DC originate?
Australia.
Australia is a correct answer. Natalie, stop listening now. Sorry, Natalie. Sorry, Jane. That was terrible. I like blooming onions. Brittany, heading over to you.
Is that an attempt at an Australian accent? It didn't even sound like one.
I'm not good at accents, Mike.
Sorry.
Good at one. Very good at one.
Brittany, what Dutch painter cut off his ear during a heated argument with a fellow artist?
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh is the correct answer. Mike, though his real name is Riley B. King, the initials in guitarist B.B. King's stage name stand for which of the following? Blues Boy, Blues Brother, or Blues Bonafides?
I probably could have gotten the blues part. You know what? I like Blues Brother. I'm gonna say Blues Brother.
Oh no, it's Blues Boy King.
Blues Boy King.
I liked Bonafides.
Brittany,
I did too, but it didn't sound like that's what he would have chosen.
what U.S. state is home to Acadia National Park?
Is that Maine?
That is Maine. Mike, who wrote the novel To Kill a Mockingbird?
Harper Lee.
Some of them are that easy. Brittany, once you remember he got that question, you get this one. Which 19th century work by Scottish scholar James George Frazer shed light on the connections amongst the world's religions and folklore?
McCatechism.
No, it'd be the Golden. I think it's Golden Bow, Bough.
Bow, I think.
Golden Bow. Golden Bow.
Golden Bow.
I like Brittany's answer better.
I'll make sure to write James George Frazer a nice email and suggest that he change it.
No.
Mike, it was announced in the late 2024 that what ESPN talking head style show would be ending after 23 seasons on the air. 23 years on the air. Sorry.
Let's see. I think Pardon the Interruption's still on, so I'm gonna say Around the Horn.
Around the Horn is correct. Brittany, what was the name of the frontman for the British pop group Herman's Hermits?
Henry.
Yeah, it's got to be Henry, right?
Yeah,
He
he
literally-
Willie or Sam. He's Henry VIII.
Yeah.
He is.
He
right there.
He literally says that he is exactly.
Henry VIII. I am.
I think she should get that.
I will give you funny points for that one. Peter Noon is what we're looking for there. Mike.
Peter Noon.
Sorry, what did you say the answer was?
Peter Noon.
Peter Noon.
Mike, Sagarmatha National Park is dominated by which famous mountain?
Can you spell that for me, please?
Sagarmatha. Sagarmatha National Park.
Sagarmatha National Park. It's dominated by what mountain?
By which famous mountain?
Denali?
No, it's Mount Everest.
Oh, okay. I was at National Park. I was thinking United States National Park. My bad.
Brittany, what is the title of the classic Greek epic attributed to Homer telling the story of the Trojan War?
Iliad.
The Iliad is correct. Mike.
Could be called Troy Story.
Name the year on the nose. 1 million men gather for Promise Keepers Stand in the Gap event in Washington, D.C. Sorry, within 3 years either way. I apologize.
It's Mike. He'll name the year on the nose.
It's entirely possible if I knew this, if I had the slightest clue what this even is. I don't know this. Maybe the beer. I don't know, but this is just not ringing any bells at all. 86.
No, 97. The Promise Keepers Stand in the Gap event was in 87. 97, sorry.
Huh. Wow. I don't even remember that from my youth. Okay.
Brittany, what animal is considered sacred in Hinduism?
Cow.
Cow is a correct answer. Mike, who had several successful soul albums, including Hot Buttered Soul in 1969 and Shaft in 1971?
Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes is a correct answer.
The guy from South Park, the chef?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shaft. Yeah.
Brittany.
Damn right.
Isn't he a Scientologist?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that led to that very funny episode where he dies.
Yeah. It's awful, but it was really
It's absolutely awful. It's funny. Brittany, Crown Princess Mary of Denmark was born in which island Australian state?
Tanzania? Or Tasmania? Tasmania. That is what I said in my head. It just
I knew what she
I
meant.
corrected myself.
Correct herself.
Said I was wrong.
Correct yourself before I could even make an adjustment. I will give you the points. Tasmania is a correct answer. Mike, within 3 years either way, name the year YouTube went online.
2005.
On the nose, that is correct. Brittany, in the 1970s, which pair of American inventors on the West Coast produced the first personal computer to appeal to a broad market?
Jobs and Wozniak?
Jobs and Wozniak is a correct answer.
Steve's.
The Steves.
Yep. Mike, indigenous to Central and South America, the Bushmaster is what type of animal?
Is it a monkey?
No, the Bushmaster is a snake.
Mm.
Oh, gosh. Okay, that's not what I'm picturing at all. So I'm picturing something entirely different. I don't know what it is.
Brittany, what is located at roughly 0 degrees north latitude?
The equator?
be the North Pole.
Is 0 degrees not the equator? No.
I will flag it. We'll come back and research it at the end. We're going to move right along. Mike, heading over to you. For what movie did Goldie Hawn win her Oscar?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can see her in it. What's the name of that movie? Private Benjamin?
Oh no, it'd be Cactus Flower.
Okay, I was way off. Never mind.
Brittany, what are the first names of both Simon and Garfunkel?
Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel. So Paul and Art.
Paul and Art are correct. Mike, heading over to you. What are the first names of the comedy duo Laurel and Hardy?
Oh gosh.
Weird these came back to back. I'm not going to
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think you planned it that way. It's just really funny. Stan and Oliver?
Stan and Oliver is correct.
Okay.
Brittany, Napoleon Solo and Ilya Kuryakin were the lead characters in which 1960s spy series that was turned into a 2015 film?
Napoleon Solo and Ilya Kuryakin.
Kuryakin.
Red.
Unfortunately, it'd be the man from U.N.C.L.E.
Oh, right.
Mike, which state has the longest official name?
For some reason, I think they dropped.
Walk that back. Common name.
Okay. So, all right. Longest common name. So basically, what you would commonly find on a map as opposed. Okay, because I'm pretty sure Rhode Island dropped the Providence Plantations at some point. Maybe I'm wrong on that. So, in light of that, North and South Carolina are pretty long, but I don't. Is that say California? God, I don't know. Rhode Island's still pretty long. Massachusetts. I don't consider Rhode Island and Providence Plantations a common name.
No, it's not. It's North and South Carolina, 13 letters apiece, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. It was. Okay. I didn't count, but yeah. I thought you were looking for a single state. Okay.
What is the term for a group of owls?
A parliament.
Parliament is correct. Mike, quote, "Make it so" is an often repeated quote from which Star Trek captain?
Jean-Luc Picard.
Jean-Luc Picard is correct. Brittany, also known as the Dog Star, what is the name of the brightest star in the sky?
Sirius.
Are you serious? Is a correct answer. Mike, a member of which boy band was the winner of the second season of Dancing with the Stars? Despite that, his brother and bandmate is still better known. Just looking for the boy band, not the
Just looking for the boy band. Yeah. No, sorry. I was trying to figure out if it was going to be yet another 13-letter answer for me. I don't think. I'm going to say 98 Degrees.
98 Degrees is correct. Drew Lachey. Backstreet Boys, I think, is 14 letters, Mike.
Yeah. I was just loving that I'd had two 13-letter. That's the way my brain works. Ignore me.
Brittany, while it may put a pit in Edgar Allan Poe's stomach, Christian Huygens invented what type of clock?
Pendulum clock.
Pendulum clock is correct.
You son of a bitch. Great cluing.
Mike, in what year did the Titanic sink?
1912.
1912 is correct. Brittany, the films Saps and Sea and Sons of the Sons of the Desert feature what iconic comedy duo? The films Saps and Sea and Sons of the Desert feature what iconic comedy duo?
Martin Short and Steve Martin.
Oh, not a bad guess. Ironic, this came up twice. Laurel and Hardy.
Yep. Okay. I was gonna say, I was like, I feel like I'd have to go back to Laurel and Hardy on this one because I wouldn't know.
Fair enough.
All right, Mike, heading over to you. The invasion of which country prompted Britain's entry into World War II?
The invasion of Poland.
Poland is a correct answer. Brittany, name Disney's first full-length feature film.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is correct. Mike, in what year did Kurt Cobain die and Celine Dion's song The Power of Love hit number 1?
I totally associate these two events with each other, by the way. 1994.
1994 is correct. And Mike, being that you did go first, Brittany, you're going to get the last question.
No,
actually, I went second, but that's okay.
Okay, so I'm sorry. We deferred to Mike, and he still chose second. That's what it was. I apologize.
No, you're good.
You're good.
All right. I do have one question I want to go back and look up. Let me find it.
You said 0 degrees north latitude, right?
Yep, that's what it was.
That is the equator.
Yeah, I thought 0 degrees was the equator. I concur.
Okay. Then Brittany, you're going to get the point there. I apologize.
No,
I do have 5,000 questions on here, and
oh
yeah.
y'all made it through.
Is it 90? Is that how much it goes up and down?
think so. Yeah, I think it goes 90.
Yeah, plus 90. Plus 90 is the North Pole. Minus 90 is the South.
Minus 90 is the South Pole.
Oh, there you go. All right, Brittany, what are our scores coming out of Hot Seat Round 2?
So Mike picked up 12 points in that half, so that brings him to 49. I picked up 16 in that half.
Good round.
So that brings me to 38. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Because it was 5 points per correct answer in the halftime, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you were 50.
Hold on. You picked up how many that round?
I picked up 16.
She picked up 16.
And Mike
It's a hell of a round.
Mike picked up 12.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 14. Okay.
No, I picked up 16 and Mike picked up 12. So he's at 49. I'm at 38.
It's an 11-point lead for Mike heading into our wager round. Here, how your wager round is going to work. You're going to wager on 3 categories and categories alone. I will then read your questions. Once your wagers are locked in, the rules are simple, though. When it comes to your wagers, you must wager whole numbers only. And rule number 2, your total wager cannot exceed the amount of points you've currently made. Other than that, you can wager in any way, shape, or form that you want. Wager at all. Wager none whatsoever. The choice is yours. Here are your 3 categories. Category number 1, health and business, or the business of healthcare, whatever you want to call it. Category number 2, athletic shoes. And category number 3 is geography. Lock in your wagers now.
Texty?
Yep, that's fine.
My wagers are locked in.
Brittany messaged me twice. The only one I got was the first one, so the only thing I got was the word wait.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I had one and then I realized something and I needed to change my wagers. So
All right.
My wagers are now locked.
Wagers are locked in. Let's go question by question through this. Starting with question number 1, the category was the business of healthcare. With an astounding 222 hospitals nationwide, what company that was once under the leadership of current Florida Senator Rick Scott, when it was fined a record $1.7 billion for defrauding Medicare and Medicaid, is the largest hospital chain / health system in the U.S.?
Can you say that again, please?
With an astounding 222 hospitals nationwide, what company that was once under the leadership of current Florida Senator Rick Scott, when it was fined $1.7 billion for defrauding Medicare and Medicaid, what company is it that is the largest U.S. hospital chain / health system in the U.S.? Yes, it's a run-on sentence. And if you want, I can put it in the chat. My new computer lets me do that rather easily.
Nice.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I won't say no. There's something, I'll just say it. There's something that just, the concept of a hospital chain, just, I don't know.
I mean, most of them serve burgers, so burger chain works too, if you want to call it that.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm going to lock in.
Oh, man. I'm going to know this when I hear it, but I cannot for the life of me remember the name of Rick Scott's company. That's really my only in. I'm like trying to picture if there's anything on the hospital I drive by on my way into work. Maybe it'll be one of his. I'm gonna lock in.
All right, we're moving on to question number 2. Your category was athletic shoes. The famous Moon Shoe sole that was created by Nike designer Bill Bowerman was created and designed while he was experimenting with which kitchen appliance?
I'm gonna lock in.
Yeah, I'll lock in too.
Moving on to question number 3, the category was geography. Adams Bridge, sometimes known as Rama's Bridge or Ram Setu, is believed to be a former land bridge in Asia that connected what present-day island nation with what other present-day mainland nation?
I'll lock in.
Oof.
With questions this hard, I am auditioning to be on Frenemy.
You're welcome anytime.
No, I couldn't answer these questions. That's why I wrote them.
I'm saying you're welcome to come host a game anytime.
Seems
you
like
go ahead
a lot
and
of work.
host a game.
I am more of a hey you up kind of trivia player. That sounds like a lot of planning.
Don't tell Tim, but I kind of am too. So there's a reason my questions get written the night before / the day before and then the night before if Tim and I are co-writing, I go through and put hints on everything. He's called the Shoulders because he shoulders the burden of dealing with me.
I thought it was because of the tank tops.
That's just what we sold for marketing.
All right, I'm going to lock in with a showcase of just how bad I am at geography.
All right, everyone's locked in. Let's go.
Do you have your globe?
Huh?
Do you have your globe?
I do. It's back there. I stare at it sometimes when I'm going to the bathroom, but it still hasn't helped me here.
Yeah, Guapo, where's my globe?
Apparently, you and I aren't bad enough at geography that Guapo feels the need to send us a globe, but I guess we'll find out after this round.
I'm bad enough at literature. He could send me a thesaurus or a book of sonnets. Or if he really wanted to, he could write me a book of sonnets. Christian, aren't I worth it?
I feel like
he's a lawyer.
The other day, I think Guapo and I are like the spectrum of like chaotic good when it comes to gift giving, and it's safe for either of us to have your address, but you don't know what's going to show up at your house. Somewhere on that spectrum of chaotic good.
I mean, just remember that whatever I get at my house, when my daughter sees it by the front door, I go, Paige, who is that for? She goes, me. Every time. And she's usually right. Let's go question by question through this. Question number 1. The category was the business of healthcare. This is a run-on sentence. I apologize. I was writing quickly. With an astounding 222 hospitals nationwide, what company that was once under the leadership of current Florida Senator Rick Scott, when it was fined a record $1.7 billion for defrauding Medicare and Medicaid, is the largest U.S. hospital chain / health system in the U.S.? Brittany, you're currently trailing. What was your answer and your wager?
I've been to several hospitals, but I've never really thought of them as being a chain. But I know when I lived in Washington, there was a whole network of hospitals called the Swedish Network, and I've seen a couple here and there and all around. So I just said Swedish, and I wagered 10.
Is your bum on them?
What?
Is your bum on the Swedish? Are you guys not familiar with the bum song?
No.
Tom Green's bum song?
I mean, I know that, but I remember like my bum like a little bit, but I don't remember the Swedish part.
Swedish. All right. I'm going to just shut the hell up. Mike, your answer and your... Oh, Brittany, what was your wager there? I'm sorry.
I wagered 10.
Mike, answer and wager.
Oh, boy. Well, I felt pretty much equally shitty about all these categories. So I once heard it said that winners wager 0, but these are fake internet points. So I just wagered 8 on this one. And as far as my answer, I have no freaking clue. It's one of those ones, as soon as I hear it, I'm going to be like, yep, I absolutely heard that once and completely did not log it in my long-term memory bank. I just said ultra care. I really didn't have anything.
No correct answers there. So, Mike, you're going to lose 8. Brittany, you're going to lose 10. Mike, that brings you to 41. Brittany down to 28. This would be HCA, or Hospital Corporation of America.
Okay.
So it turns out I wasn't going to know it as soon as
the same. I was like, yep, that doesn't click at all. Okay, never mind.
People in Florida will not forget HCA. All right. We've got a question number 2. The category was athletic shoes. The famous there you go. The famous moon shoe sole that was created by Nike designer Bill Bowerman was created while he was experimenting with what kitchen appliance? Mike, answer and wager.
I don't know if this makes any sense, but I was like, kitchen appliance that maybe kind of looks like the sole of a shoe, and I locked on a waffle iron, and I wagered 9.
Brittany, answer and wager.
So I don't know what this shoe sole pattern is, but I figured either way it's some sort of round shape, and so I thought maybe he was experimenting with cookie cutters, and so I said a cookie cutter and wagered 11.
A waffle iron is a correct answer.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Mike, you're going to pick up the 9 points. That brings you to 50. Brittany, you're losing 11. You're down at 17.
Ooh,
I don't think you're technically out of it yet. So let's see how question number 3 goes. Your category was geography. Adams Bridge, sometimes known as Rama's Bridge or Ram Setu, is believed to be a former land bridge in Asia that connected what present-day island nation with what other present-day mainland nation? Brittany, your answer and your wager.
All right. So with it being known as Rama's Bridge, I kind of assumed we were talking like India. So I assumed that was the mainland. So I thought, what islands are around there that could connect? And I thought, oh, they have that nation of Sri Lanka that is right there. So at the risk of having a globe or a child's atlas showing up at my house, I said connecting Sri Lanka to India, and I wagered 10.
Mike, your answer and your wager.
Well, Brittany, if it helps, it would cost Guapo a second globe sent to me because I have the exact same answer and the exact same wager for the exact same reason.
Because it is Sri Lanka and India. Nicely done,
wow.
both of you. And that brings us to the end of the game. Mike, you're going to walk away with a 60-27 win tonight, my friend. Nicely done. How does that make you feel?
Honestly, just I feel like Guapo, I feel like just in general, the globe has got to be doing some good because I've been getting occasional geography questions, which is an extraordinarily weird experience for me. But honestly, like I said, win or lose, I learned some couple of interesting things tonight, as I always do, and got to hang out with y'all. This is a win regardless.
I think it was Mr. Dean Brett and our friend of the show, Dean, that said, you're either going to win or you're going to learn something, so you never lose playing trivia.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Brittany, do you feel that way, or did you just feel like you lost tonight?
Oh, I feel like I win every time I show up here. It's not usually reflected in the points, but it's an emotional win.
An emotional win. We'll take that.
I definitely learned some things, and even if I didn't know about shoes or hospitals, at least I knew an island near India, and I didn't go over in the finals.
I will be completely honest. I was like, I'm fairly certain Sri Lanka's an island, so I was like, I'm locking in, but I'm like, oh god, I might be about to make a fool of myself.
Indonesia, and I'm like, wait, no, I think those are further away than I think they are, and that would be a really long land bridge.
Also, neither one of them are mainland.
Well, no,
truth.
India is.
Oh,
like, I almost said
Indonesia.
Yeah, I almost said Indonesia instead of Sri Lanka.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoy the show tonight. I always get to have fun with these two. It's always a good time, so it makes my heart very happy. But if you do enjoy the antics that we get up to here on the Pub Trivia Experience or any of the network of shows in the PT network, you want to support the work that we do, patreon.com/PTEBB is the best place to do that. Thank you for your continued support to our current Patreon subscribers. For our current Patreon subscribers, do you want to play and beat Mike or Brittany or anyone else in the PT network on trivia? Email me at chris@pubtriviaexperience.com. We'll make that happen. You know what? Check the show notes for our Discord server, the Facebook group, the merch store. It's all down there. You heard enough from me tonight. For the Pub Trivia Experience, I have been Chris.
I've been Mike.
Oh, and I've been Brittany.
We'll see you next week or on Friday on Patreon. Check out our revenge episode, which is not a typical revenge episode. We're going to have a little bit of fun. Until then, have a good one.